we go. Can I move it a little closer? Yes. Okay, can everybody hear me okay? Hey, there's Matthew. All right, can everybody hear me okay? Look at that, we finally made it. It only took forever. What's up, Andy Lang? What is up, everybody? My goodness, what a journey. What a journey, but we're here. We are here, and today I figured I'd give you a shot of the north side of the airport, because tomorrow we'll probably be on the south side. But wanted to give you a shot of the Columbia River. It's really beautiful today. It is spectacular weather in the mid-60s, mostly cloudy skies. Fantastic. All right, so who's checked in? Let's see. Brian Lloyd, Etienne, HXD, Will Films, Tim Arnold, Andy Lang, Michael Flannery. You guys are all there. I see you all. I don't have a table. That's the only downside. I did not bring a table. I got to order one. So, but we're here, and we are live. Actually, I should put my hat on. That is good thoughts. These kids, all right. So what's up, Captain John? How's it going? What's up, everybody? Hopefully the sun will, I think we got like maybe 3 more hours of sunlight, and that's it. So hopefully nothing will overheat. Otherwise I'm in big trouble because I don't have any shade. But it is lovely weather. Holy cow. Like, hashtag grateful. So Jevin, how's it going? Yeah, long time no see. How's Anguilla? How is, we got a southwest departure coming up here. So, whoops. Sorry, I had something fly off and I caught it just in time. So the sun is going to be setting behind me, so hopefully I'll be able to see what you're typing. I apologize if not. But it is great to be here, because I didn't think yesterday that I would be here, and thank you everybody for liking and subscribing. I most definitely am going to be losing my fantasy football matchup tonight. So I can focus on y'all. If you're just joining us, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you so much, everybody joining. So Southwest 3114 on a Max 8 is about to take off to Las Vegas. So it is down there as I calibrate. There you go. So there's our Southwest Max 8 getting ready to take off to Las Vegas. Dude, it's so nice today. If we had completely cloudy skies, it'd be perfect. Dan Reeves. Whoa, Dan's up late. Hey, what's Will? Will I Am is here. Will Films. Hey, what's up, Lynn? How are you? How are you? Hey, and a big shout out to Molly from the Port of Portland for being so kind and helpful in answering any questions I have. So we are here. This is Portland International Airport. We are on the north side, so we're on we're monitoring runway 10 left, 28 right. And we'll be switching it up tomorrow. Ah, that's not that bad, Dan. Good evening, Lynn. All right, here comes our first departure. Hey, what's up, Eddie? Great to see you. So this is our first departure of the show. You know what? I need to push the record button so we have this show. I'm doing all right. I'm here in one piece, which I'm grateful for. So I am grateful for that, for sure. 1000%. No soundboard. I don't have my soundboard, but Rainy Cajun is bringing his, so that'll be exciting. We get a nice little headwind. So it's taken off to Las Vegas, Southwest Airlines. And we have a nice little breeze action. It's a little bit, like I said, good headwind. Alex, what's up? Track Aviation Media, what's up? You're at my home airport and favorite spot. If I wasn't in Seattle right now, I'd swing by. That would be dope. Yeah, we do have, actually, funny enough, Trek, Rainy Cajun is going to join us and be guest hosting tomorrow with us if everything goes as planned. But it's great to see everybody. Aurora Borealis. Oh, I hope they land on the north side, Will.i.am. I just thought, I thought about doing the south side, but I figured the next 2 days were going to be north side. Definitely tomorrow we'll be on the south side. So I wanted to get you guys a look at the scenery from the north side. So it's a little bit lighter as far as the action, but you can't go wrong with the scenery of the Columbia River in the background. So there you can see the Columbia River, and the airport's right along the river edge. ERB, what's happening? You got an AD, huh? So there is the Columbia River. Yeah, get that sailboat in the air action. So right across the river is, in fact, Washington, the state of Washington, and Vancouver, Washington. That's right. Will, thank you very much. What's up, Pyro? So across the river, that is Washington, the state of Washington. And you will not have this view on the south side. So I wanted to make sure you all got a good view of it. Storm Chaser Mark, what's up? Great to see you. Uncle Plane Guy, my flight was good once I finally was able to get on a plane. I was supposed to fly in yesterday, but there were some things out of my control, so I got a lot to say on it, but I'm going to be positive. So I am here and I'm grateful for that, and this weather is spectacular. So we'll talk about the journey later. But for now, let me know if you can hear me okay. Everything sounds good. Everything looks good. Let me know. And we are excited to be here in Portland. David, good afternoon from Tempe. Looks nice weather in Portland. Can you bottle up and bring it back to Phoenix? Absolutely. Dude, I'll tell you what, David, when I walked outside and then walked up to the parking garage, I was like, oh my gosh, I never want to leave. I never want to leave. Ever. Thank you, ERB, for that report. So yeah, we're in the mid 60s. I would say mid to upper 60s right now. It's going to be about 10 degrees warmer tomorrow. And then on Tuesday, we'll probably do a early morning show, just due to the fact that I have a flight in the afternoon, and we're supposed to be hitting near record high temperatures on Tuesday. So it'll probably be a morning show. That's right. In fact, we just saw the Dash 8 land. We just missed it, Uncle Plane Guy, but it might take off on this side. Yeah, the Bills. The only thing, okay, Dan Reeves, the Bills are 2-0, and the only thing that bothers me is they did not throw the ball to Keon Coleman a lot. And I know Josh got a little bit of a bloody nose, but I really wish Keon Coleman had gotten more catches because I needed them desperately, and now I'm going to get destroyed in my fantasy football league. I'll probably lose by 50. Chris Kane says it's 98 degrees in the middle of America. What's up, Christopher? Christian Perry, I have not seen ops just yet on the north side here, but I'm sure they'll swing by. That's right, Uncle Plane Guy. Yeah, I will take this moment in time in a heartbeat. This is amazing. So I don't know if you know this, but the new terminal has just opened up within the last year, but they're still doing a ton of work at the airport. I thought the terminal was done, so when I walked to the terminal, and I'm like, oh, there's still a lot of construction going on, and there is. There's a lot of construction going on here at Portland, and the new terminal is gorgeous, but you know, there's the Air National Guard on the south side, ERB, with the F-15s, which we'll see tomorrow. Today, I wanted to show you what I think is the more scenic side of the airport, just because we may not see it the rest of the week. Because more of the action's on the south side. So forgive me for indulging a little bit in the natural beauty of Portland. So the Columbia River is right there. There you can see sailboats. We got boating going on. A lot of good sailing going on today. No, not F-16s, F-15s, ERB. F-15s. Yes, Dan, somebody did say military. And they wouldn't even be flying today unless it was an emergency because it's a Sunday and government doesn't work on Sundays, so unless mandatory. Rainy Cage and Uncle Plane Guy will be here tomorrow. I put the show down for, I think, 11:30. I might move it back to 12 just to give him a little more time. He's driving down from Seattle, which is nice of him. So I may push the show back to 12, but hopefully we'll have a good show. Yeah, not too much sun. Oh, there is an F-16 squadron up here? I didn't know that. Well, thank you, Trek. TCK, what is up? Your hometown? You are welcome, TCK. Yeah, it's looking beautiful today. It is looking beautiful. Tidonji, what's going on? Yeah, I think they might be flying tomorrow, Dan. I'm not too familiar with the Air National Guard down here. I know in Tucson they fly like every day. But, yeah. So we'll see if they decide to pop out of the woodwork tomorrow. Yep, it is beautiful. I wanted to make sure y'all got a nice scenic view along the Columbia River. So again, across the river is the state of Washington. We're in Oregon. Across the river is Washington. David asks, have you seen any of the F-15EXs from the Oregon Air National Guard? I have not yet. That doesn't mean they're not there, David. I just got off my flight. I snuck to get something to eat and then started setting up for the show. So I haven't really looked on the south side. I'll have plenty of time tomorrow and on Tuesday, so we'll keep an eye out for that. James Willard, what's happening? So looks like we have a Delta pushback. Look at all the fine folks. Hey, there he is, Tim Arnold. What's shaking, man? How's it going? Oh, Tim, being delayed. How many hours was I delayed? Let's see, my original flight was supposed to be 4 o'clock yesterday. So 8, 6, only 14 hours delayed. So I'm just glad to be here. I wasn't sure if I would even get here. I was like, uh-oh. Hey, what's up, Robert? How are you? Welcome in. Yes, greetings, PDX. It's great to be here. Yeah, we will, Uncle Plane Guy, we will do a show for sure tomorrow. And then I'm hoping we can do one early Tuesday, but we'll see. So tomorrow's show, 100%. I would say Tuesday's like 50-50. So we'll see. Oh, really, TCK? Ah. Well, nice to bring you back home. Yeah, now you're in San Diego. Yeah, if we go on the south side, we can, Rail Fan. Tim Arnold, thanks so much for a $2 super chat. And I know, Tim, I'm gonna get a little guff from you guys for not being on the south side, but we will do that tomorrow. I love this scenery, and I would hate for y'all to miss out on the scenery here on the north side. So I'm all about giving you all the action. Richard Ziner, what's up? How are you? Dreambird, life begins at 40. Look at all the longtime viewers. Great to see everybody. Welcome into Portland. It's a lovely day here. Thank you, Tim Arnold, for your $2 contribution. And we do have an arrival here in the next 30 seconds. So again, we're on the north side. We're monitoring runway 28 right today. And we have winds out of the west. Oops, and so yeah, 1661, 737, 900 is next. Tommy, what's going on? Jerry, how's it going? I know, no, it is not San Diego. I'm sorry. You're right. But it's close. I mean, it's along the coast mostly. So if I were to take the Columbia River, it would take me out to the Pacific Ocean. If I went down it, I think it's like 60 to 80 miles down the Columbia River, and I would be at the mouth of the Pacific Ocean. But I'm just guessing. So this is a nice 737-900 Delta Airlines Boeing product. Richard Ziner, 1999 Super Chat. Thank you so much for your kindness and support. Thank you, sir. As always, you are a gentleman and a scholar with your kindness. Food in the tummy money. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. Hi, Robbie. Yeah, I saw the tornadoes down in San Juan County. My understanding, one of them was on one of the Native American reservations, but I sure did. So wait, are you TCK and Robert? You guys getting Jerry? You getting rain down in San Diego? Interesting. All right, so the Delta E-175 is getting ready to take off. Yeah, I'm projected to lose my fantasy football game by 60 points. So it's not looking good at all. All right, the Delta E-175. Let's see. Let me tell you a little bit about it, if I can. When I woke up this morning, I knew I was going to lose fantasy football. So. Going to Seattle. Thank you, Uncle Plane Guy. Oh, rain in Portland. Too much rain in Portland. I gotcha. I was thinking of driving to San Diego at the last minute if I couldn't get on my flight. So I'll tell you the story as soon as this E-175 takes off for Seattle. And we'll be here tonight, which will be nice. I'm very much looking forward to that. Yeah, I had to work, Tim, so even I wouldn't have been able to. I had to work. Oh, both of them were bigger than the Salt Lake tornado. I remember that, Tommy. I remember that. Eric, how's it going from Tampa? Greetings to Tampa, Florida. Awesome airport and city. Speaking of Tampa, it was just about a year ago. We were doing live streams in Tampa and Orlando. So that was a lot of fun. Definitely have plans at some point to get back there. Don't know when, but definitely on the radar. Well, welcome, Eric. Glad to bring you to Portland. So thank you, Richard Zeinert and Tim and everybody. Those contributions are reasons that we can do trips like this. So if you'd like to see more of the airports around the country and world, consider supporting the channel via PayPal, GoFundMe, YouTube Super Chat, or join the Pip House Club. Be right back, ERB. Sounds good. All right, we got another arrival here on runway 28 right for Portland. It is Delta 2551 from LAX on an A319. Yeah, it's a really scenic, beautiful approach. So you're right, trying to you after you make your base final turn, you're kind of bordering the river. That's a good question, James. I don't know. I'm sure the Secretary of War. That's a great question. I'll have to do a little research on that. And if somebody knows the answer, James asked a really good question. Who decides what aircraft the Air National Guard get? Cool, Eric. Well, I'm glad you're able to sneak on. Love meeting new people. Hey, Jane, how's it going? Jane, not to make you jealous, but it is 66 degrees here? Yeah, we'll get back to MCO for sure. Salt Lake City, Planespotting, what's up? My actual flight to Portland was good. Just a little bit of light turbulence. We connected through Denver and mostly uneventful flight to Portland. And I landed on this side, actually. So, '91 in most of the county. That's not too bad, Jane. I'll take that if I was in Tucson or Green Valley. So if you didn't know or didn't hear, I was supposed to be in Portland yesterday evening. My flight was supposed to take off from Tucson at 4 p.m. yesterday and arrive here around 8:30. Well, I don't know exactly the reason, and that's the frustrating thing is I have no idea why my flight was delayed. So I was supposed to connect through Sacramento yesterday, take off from Tucson to Sacramento. The problem was my flight from Tucson to Sacramento was delayed, and so I was going to misconnect to Portland. So Southwest just kicked me off the Sacramento flight and booked me on a flight that left at 6:10 this morning through Denver, and then flew from Denver to Portland. So I'm only 14 hours delayed, I figured out. Darren Marks, what's up? Jerry says, hey, Pip, I'm not in San Diego right now. I'm in Cabo San Lucas. You have to check out the airport there, prime real estate for plane spotting. I will. And check this out, an old riverboat. How about that? And Jane, this is, in fact, the Columbia River. I know, Tim. I'm not leaving, Tim. I've decided to get a job at the airport here in Portland. Actually, I have a couple of friends who would like to come back to Portland. Yeah, nice little riverboat here. Right on. Well, no worries, Tommy. If you're able to, that would be great. Sorry, I got distracted by the riverboat. Here's our Salt Lake arrival. The last time I was here was about 2 years ago. We did a live show back then, too. All right, back to the riverboat, because that's just cool. Well, that's a good point, except, Tim, I thought about that last night, but the problem is my return leg would have been to, I explored all those options, and unfortunately, the time in the day, there weren't any flights left to Phoenix, and there were not any. If I had driven up to Phoenix, I could have flown here to Portland, but my return leg was back to Tucson. So I would have had gotten back to Tucson, but had no vehicle. So that was not an option. Yeah, Eric, Carolina Aviation and I are good buddies. In fact, he told me that I'm the reason he got into plane spotting. No, that's not true at all. But Carolina's a good buddy of mine. He's a good guy. So Delta, Southwest, United, some international, and I think FedEx would land on this side, whereas UPS, but we'll see. We'll just cross our fingers. So thanks for letting me indulge in this beautiful river view here while we plane spot. Oh, and it looks like our Air Canada Dash 8 is ready to take off. So let's head down to the threshold of runway 28 right. All right, we'll catch you in a bit, Tommy. Oh, cool, Eric. Very cool. Monsieur! No, I wish it was the mountains of San Diego, but no, we're up in Portland, Oregon. Bonjour. Actually, that'd be interesting. Air France might, I bet they might fly to Portland in the future, maybe. We'll see. KLM flies to Portland, and that's the only SkyTeam carrier. I believe this is I-205, Jane, but don't quote me on it. My geography is not the best. So please, please, please make sure you stick with us tonight and have fun. And then also tomorrow, Rainy Cajun's going to be joining us, hopefully. And we'll have a nice, long, big show. Really, really big show, hopefully, if the sun isn't too powerful. Rigoberto Juarez, what's up? Buenos dias. 5x5 Lakesboro, how's Melbourne? Australia, good day, good evening, or good morning. Telly, good morning to you. Oh, and you know I want to come to Indianapolis one day, Uncle Plane Guy. But I need your help. So, Uncle Plane Guy, I need your financial help if you want me to come to Indianapolis. I'll go wherever you want, but I can't do it without you. Anchorage is October 25th through the 28th. Is what I have scheduled on my calendar. So yeah, this begins the Piptember, Pipapalooza, whatever you want to call it. So next week we'll be in Denver, and the following week we'll be in Minneapolis, and the week after that Salt Lake City, and then later in October we'll be in Anchorage. Thank you very much, Trek I-205. Thank you. And thank you again to Tim Arnold and Richard Zeiner for their generous contributions. Excuse me, my throat is all scratchy. Yeah, it's a beautiful area. It doesn't get too cold. Because I remember one year I drove up here in January and it was like the mid-40s. It was definitely a wet cold, but it wasn't too bad. Occasional snowfall. What's up, Havmo? So this Southwest Airlines ready to take off. Oh, you'll be in Poland, though. Understood, Dan. Understood. Yeah, we're going to try and see if we can catch us an A380 before it leaves for the season. Kevin Kelly, how's it going? From France. Bonjour. Same weather. I like that. It is Fahrenheit. It's like in the mid-60s, so that would be, I don't know, like 17, 18 Celsius. Probably a little warmer than that. No, I would say like 17, 18 Celsius would be correct. Yeah, something different, eh? All right, we've got an arrival and a departure. Southwest Airlines getting ready to take off here, as you can see. $737-800. Terminals wise, there's like Jane, this is my first time. So I've been to Portland 3 times now, and this is my first time flying in here. Excuse me. So I think there's like B, C, and D. I inhaled a fly, I think. Now I'm gonna die. Excuse me. Oh, very cool, Telly. Seattle Flights, what's up? Oh, interesting. Bummer. I guess I will miss out on that because I'll be flying out of Tucson to Denver Sunday morning. Oh my goodness, look who it is. Look who it is. ERB, we have a Chantel sighting. We have a Chantel sighting. December 21st. All right, I'll make a note of that. That'll be perfect, Seattle Flights. Here, I'll zoom all the way out. Chantel. She's alive, everybody. That's amazing. I know, I always expect the unexpected. True dat. That's outstanding, though. Good to see you. Not just good. Great to see you, Chantel. If you're just joining us, welcome into Pip's Planespotting Live on location from Portland, Oregon. Among the evergreens and the spruce trees. Whoa, Austin, thank you so much. $20 super chat. I'm doing great, Austin. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that generous contribution. Thank you, man. I am grateful to be here. I'm only 14. I was only delayed 14 hours. Well, technically, it was probably more than that. No, it was about the same. Yeah, so. We are basically on the border of Oregon and Washington. Thank you, TCK. Glad you're enjoying it. Oh, did I put the wrong day? Oh, I sure did. You are exactly right, Jane. Whoops, I better change that. Good catch, Jane. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Let's change that, because it's not the 16th yet. My bad. Wait, it is 9/14. Today's the 14th. Oh, the 20. Oh, I said 26, not 25. Yeah, got a little ahead of myself there. Thank you, Jane. Good catch. So I think we've got about 3 more hours of sunlight. Let's check the official naval observation. Ah, 7:23, so almost 3.5 hours. Yeah, HXD Portland. Oh, sweet, Austin from Japan, arigato. So remember, Austin, I'll be there November 8th through the 11th. Looking forward to it. Yeah, Tim, UPS has their facility on the south side. So this north side is a little slower at times. You will see, from my experience, the airlines you'll see landing on this side are Air Canada, United, Delta, Southwest, maybe Condor, maybe KLM. It just depends of how they're vectored. And then Spirit. But that's about it. Because Alaska and American are on the south side, plus most of FedEx, UPS, the National Guard on the south side. But you can't beat this scenery, so I didn't want to miss out on it. What's up, Connor? How's it going? I've been waiting to get on the road for a long time, Connor, so great to see you. And we got a United pushback. You know, I was actually just messaging him, Lynn. I haven't heard from him in a couple days. I know he was visiting his son down in Austin, Texas. That's weird, Connor. Yeah, Lynn, I just sent him a text and said, is everything okay? So, but he is visiting his son in Austin, Texas. So he's probably enjoying some quality family time. Family time. Thanks everybody for liking and subscribing. Remember, it's Piptember and we're just getting started. That's right, Lynn. Yeah, hopefully it'll be a nice day tomorrow, and Rainy Cajun will be here in his glory, co-hosting. Oh, I like Bend a lot. Bend is beautiful. Bend is also very expensive. Eagle Beagle, greetings. Oh, you do, Connor. Cool, man. Hawaiian. No, I think Hawaiian is on. Well, no, I think they're towards the end. They might land on this side. Yeah, I don't want to talk NFL anymore because I got destroyed. The Bears got beaten, and also I am losing substantially in my fantasy football league. Congratulations. Congratulations. Oh, looks like we get a little Piper, looks like a Piper Comanche. Wait, where are you? Oh, there you are. HXD, sorry I missed some of your Tucson streams. Was gone a little, no worries. Alaska Air Passenger, your aunt is on the Hawaiian flight. Oh, very cool. I know, yeah, Seattle flights. You think you can get to Portland in 2 hours? I will bet you $100 it's not possible. Because I remember when I drove up there, it took me 3 hours because the speed limit on I-5 through much of Washington is like 60 miles an hour. So I will bet money. You know, Austin, thanks to your generous contribution, I'm doing much better. So thank you. I'm honestly a little exhausted just because of, well, I had to get up early. That's okay. Yeah, I got up around 3 this morning, so. Oh, Alaska Air Passenger? Very cool, man. Well, thanks for tuning in. Hitting that thumbs up button and liking and subscribing. Salem, Oregon. How are you able to see the planes? Are you on top of a building? Great question. Philip, thanks for saying hi and subscribing. So we are on the 7th floor of the parking garage here on the north. We're monitoring the north runway, which is runway 28 right. And so, yeah, we're here on the parking garage. And thank you again to Molly from the Port of Portland for answering all my questions and being so helpful. So she was very helpful and I appreciate that. Oh man, Austin, 3 a.m. That's early. It sure is. Thanks so much for that $4.99 super chat, man. Oh, Seattle flight says I go at least 70. Shh, don't tell the cops. Well, I see when I drove from Portland to Seattle 2 years ago, I was afraid because at the time I was unemployed. So I'm like, I can't really speed. So better you than me. So ride on. Excellent, excellent work. DW, what's up? You're about to catch your flight home. Well, I hope you have safe travels. Mini Kaitac, you're saying that Santa Barbara's a mini Kaitac? Well, I'll definitely give it a shot. Thank you, DW. You know, at some point, DW, I am going to get you to watch for more than 5 minutes. Apparently, I am super annoying, so you always have to leave. It's probably because I'm an Ohio State fan. Pilot Wave Heaven. All right, I'll have to check it out. So yeah, this is looks like some Airbus action here. Some action. Yeah, Legion. I still have not seen the new Allegiant 737 MAX. So that would be a fun plane to cross off my list. Well, thanks, Jane. I'm just saying that DW, he says hi and then he's like, gotta go. Austin, wow, thank you so much. And he says, go Buckeyes. Thank you so much, Austin. Thank you for that super chat. Appleton, Wisconsin. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're just getting warmed up. I know I started early and I've got all the batteries. So hopefully we should have a nice, long, lovely show. All right, so we also have a departure. That's United Airlines. As our Legion just came in. Thank you for that, Austin. And thank you, Tim. We also have United 2190 from Denver arriving shortly. Renee, how is West Texas? Great to see you. Thank you. Thank you. Meme, welcome into Portland. Welcome in. It is quite beautiful. We're on the north side. All right, Austin, thanks so much for your support and kindness. Appreciate you, man. We'll catch you later. So here we are we're basically along the shores of the Columbia River. So yeah, we're gonna follow this car and he's gonna drive, or she is gonna drive along the Columbia River. We got a nice little breeze meme, so that's helpful. We saw a riverboat earlier. Hey, John Southwell. Hello. How's our favorite Canadian? Dreamweaver is working hard, I know, so she probably won't be here. But she did say hi earlier, so we love her and miss her. And yeah. Oh, looks like we got a little Pilatus getting ready to take off. No, Jane, we're not close to the ocean. We still have to go about probably 60 to 80 miles down the Columbia River to hit the ocean. Marine Drive, Telly, thank you. Yeah, good old Marine Drive. Oh, is that Ops? Chasing some wildlife? Let's check it out. Christian, where are you? Yeah, there they... Oh. I think they're chasing some wildlife. Excellent. That's what we like to see. Portland's got a lot to deal with as far as wildlife because they're along the river. They're in a wooded area. So we're going to be in Anchorage, Maine from the 25th through the 28th of October, by the way, not September, October. So yeah, we should be... Whoa, Austin! Thank you so much for that super chat. Wow, Austin, man, thank you. You are super generous, man. Thank you, thank you. We'll catch you later. Thank you, thank you. Havmo says, Pip, did you go somewhere where you don't have 10,000 people telling you where to eat at? Yeah, I've pondered the thought of just, so my birthday's in October, and I've pondered just going to San Diego to go to all the restaurants to try out all the recommendations. So yeah. Thank you, Austin. So let's check it out. We'll scan back here. You can see this is kind of the beginning of the drop-off area. Yeah, you know, that's an interesting recommendation, Jane. I was thinking about that, actually. I'll have to share that recommendation. I like the idea. But it also, Jane, probably has to do with cost. So Tucson tends to be pretty conservative how they spend stuff. Telly says PDX is 67 miles from the sea if you flew straight out. Thank you, Telly. So I was right in that range, 60 to 80 miles. 80 miles, I said. So thank you, Telly. Oh, we got a Tennessee one? What? How about that? Yeah, I wanted to go to church today, but I was flying everywhere. So thankfully, it was raining here this morning, and the rain has moved out. And so it's just a really nice, mostly cloudy day here. And hopefully the rain will stay away for the rest of the night. Storm Chaser Mark, thank you so much for that $9.99 super chat. Thank you very much. Yeah, Meme, you got your Delta flights to Little Rock. That's huge. That is huge. Thank you, Storm Chaser Mark. 100 miles if you follow the Columbia. All right. Thanks, Telly. You know, one of the things I do... Oh, my goodness, Michael Walker. Oh, look at this. Michael Walker, a 5-pound super chat. Wow, you were back, been that long. We almost forgot who you were. It's late here, so popped on to say hi. Michael, great to see you. We'll have an all-day show tomorrow, so if you get a chance, Mr. Walker, I'm hoping Rainy Cajun can make it down because his SUV is supposed to provide some of the shade. But hopefully our show will go well tomorrow. Steven, where are the planes? Well, that's a great question. I have to confess, I picked this side because the Columbia River scenery, and I like it. So it's a little slower on this side. We do have United, Delta, Southwest, Spirit. What else did I say? Some of the international carriers sometimes land here. Most of the corporate jets land on this side, and so it is a little slower because Alaska, the main carrier here at Portland, is on the south side, along with American. And the longer runway is also on the south side, so you'll see more departures. But I love this scenery, and love talking with you about it. Oh, really? Is that true, Meme? Is that a true? I don't. true historical statement. So we're in the mid to upper 60s temperature-wise. Tomorrow it'll be a little warmer, about 10 degrees warmer. So I'll have to wear just my tank top. Casual plane lover. All right, thank you for the update. Cross your fingers it lands here on the north side. Ride with Ben. What's up? Cargo is also on this side. There's a small FedEx hub. Thank you, that. Yeah, and so UPS is on the south side. And you're right, Ben is right. FedEx is on this side. So my hope is that tomorrow and the possibility of an early morning show on Tuesday, we will be on the south side. But today I wanted to make sure that y'all got a beautiful, scenic show. Hey, what's up? They call me 413. How are your travels? How are the animals? Metric temps, we were, yes, John Southwell. Metric-wise, I think we're about, I'm guessing here, 18 Celsius, maybe 19, but stand by. What is our current conditions? Let's take a look here, folks, at the METAR. KPDX. Okay, 20 Celsius, John Southwell. So I was close. Hey, look at this, Scott Kuiper. Scott, man, I need Deshaun and Saquon to go off, dude. I'm struggling in my league big time. It's great to see you, Scott. I got your email. I was exhausted yesterday, but dude, you're in a great spot, you know, getting all that military action. Daniel, what's going on in Milwaukee? Telly says the visibility is 16 kilometers. And Telly, can I get a Kavik? Ceiling and visibility, okay. No, it's mostly cloudy here. Like I said, we did have rain earlier that, for the most part, has stopped. Yeah, Scott, I'm not winning my league this week. It's the guy I'm facing. All of his players would need to get injured. I'm down by, I don't know, 35 points. Treasure Maze, how's it going? Hello, hello. So again, my hope is I will probably move the show back a little bit to around noontime Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. Lynn, thank you so much for being a member of Premium Economy for 3 months and your kind support. E175, oh, look at this. We get some Alaska action. Sweet. No, there was not a lot of offense today, Scott. I knew. So tomorrow we'll probably move it back to 12 o'clock. I'm hopeful Rainy Cajun can join us. And Tuesday I'm kind of 50-50 on. If I can get out early, we'll definitely do a show. It's supposed to be really warm, almost record temperatures here, close to 90 on Tuesday. We would be, Jane, northeast of downtown. Northeast of downtown. So, yeah. The Go Dogs Alaska Livery. Thank you, Connor. Billings, Montana. If I remember correctly, Portland is Alaska Airlines' second biggest, I don't want to say hub, but we'll say hub. Behind Seattle, of course. Oh, my apologies, Michael. 68 Fahrenheit is 19 Celsius based on double centigrade. All right, I stand corrected. Fair enough. Oh, look, another Alaska 737 from San Diego. Second biggest base. Yeah, that's a great way of putting it, Jean. Jean-Michel. So I don't have any shade, so I hope it doesn't rain for the duration of the time we're here. Or I might have to go down a level. And the visibility's not good. Bonjour. Yes, thank you, Scott. And you know what, Scott? I'm glad you mentioned that because I was actually going to ask you if you had received the t-shirt. So that's exciting. I know I ordered one and it just shipped today. So it should be in the vicinity of my house Wednesday or Thursday. Again, oh look, we got train action here too. We got a little bit of rail spotting on the tracks along the river here. That is Vancouver, Washington across the way. I'm just going to take a guess based on my past visits here. I think those are BNSF tracks. Scott, I will be flying back Tuesday evening. So I'm hoping, obviously, tomorrow, 100% we're going to do a show unless something crazy happens. Tuesday's 50-50. X2 friends, what's up? X2 says my dad's flight from Phoenix to Santa Ana comes from Portland tomorrow morning. Very cool. We have 136 likes. Thank you, ERB. Thanks everybody hitting that thumbs up button, liking and subscribing. Yeah, we've had planes, trains, and riverboats. I've always enjoyed coming. Every time I've come up to Portland, I've always enjoyed being here, and it's fun spotting here. I kind of am surprised there's not more international traffic. KLM flies here, although Delta used to fly the route to Amsterdam, but since they're SkyTeam partners, they gave it over to KLM. And then Condor flies here, I believe, seasonally. Iceland Air, and Delta was supposed to do a Portland to Seoul route, but that fell apart. They had announced it. I think COVID happened, and then they were getting ready to do it after things settled down, and things just kind of fell apart. So, what's up, Matthew Chesterton? How's it going? Great to see you. Scott says number 3 to land, Tennessee 1. Thank you. Oh no, Tennessee's 1's going south. That is a shame. Well, it'll definitely block in front of us, or taxi over here. Condor is on approach, yes. ERB's favorite airline. This looks like we get another E-175. I haven't looked at flight radar, so I'm going to guess this is Alaska. It does look like that. So I do want to say thank you to everybody for your thoughts and prayers, sending good vibes for my health so I can make it here. And thank you, Austin, Michael Walker, Tim Arnold, Richard Ziner. Thank you for your contribution, supporting the channel. Jim Matthew says, just got back from the Vikings tailgate and I'm exhausted from cooking thousands of pounds of meat. Nice. Dude, that is dope. Now, you may not know this, but Alaska uses 2 carriers to fly their regional flights. They have SkyWest, but they also have Horizon, which they own. Horizon Alaska Airlines owns. Now, and here's what's interesting. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to make a prediction. Check this out. Alaska bought Hawaiian, and Alaska and Hawaiian are all integrating and everything, but being separate. I would not be surprised. I'm just going to make a prediction. When they finally get rid of their 717s, Hawaiian is going to start flying the E-175. That's my prediction. Oh, no worries, Scott. Yeah, that's a good question, Tim. Why does Condor fly? That's a great question. I think the scenery. I'm going to ask some of the locals. Do you know why Condor flies here? I mean, it makes sense. Portland is a fairly big city, metro area. I am at the house on the river. I'll have to look at that, Daniel. But Scott, I am at the top level of the short-term parking garage. Ride with Ben says we have a 737-700 from Denver next. Richard says, my prediction for the replacement of the 717s will be using secondhand A319s. That's an interesting. That's definitely a possibility. I could see that. Is this our Go Dogs? No, it's our Southwest Denver 737-700. Southpaw, what's up? Welcome into Portland. And by the way, don't remind me. I know the Bears are 0-2. Caleb Williams was taught a lot of bad habits last year, and so it's going to take him at least a year to get rid of those habits. Honoring those who serve, excellent. I love hearing that. I did, ERB. I posted that. Yeah, that's big news. Bummer, we won't get the Go Dogs. Blast. We should have enough data for tonight's show, but if we don't, we'll get back on the air as soon as possible. But just a heads up. I know, Matthew. Go ahead and make fun of the Bears. Oh, Richard, you're spotting at SeaTac today. Awesome. You know, Richard, one of my life goals is to get Seattle to rebuild a plane spotting park at SeaTac. That's one of my life goals. Or like a balcony or something that spotters can go to at SeaTac. Yep, that's exciting, ERB. The first carrier flying the E-195 E2. All right, let's hope so, HXD. Well, they're working on getting him some help, Southpaw, but it doesn't come overnight. Georgia Plane Spotting, what's up? Georgia Plane Spotting says, I think Hawaiian is going to do the same this Delta is doing with the 717s, replacing them with the A220. That's interesting. Very interesting. That would be a really cool livery to see in the A220. I agree. Connor, I'm stoked. Oh, there's Tennessee 1, by the way. It'll probably take off on this side. Random exploring. Hi from Eugene, flying into and through PDX on the 30th, excuse me. Awesome. What up, Carolina Aviation? Oh, there's honoring, oh, back-to-back liveries right there. Honoring those who serve special livery. Nice, Indy Spotter. That's awesome. That is great to hear. Love hearing that. And of course, miss Indianapolis and love Indianapolis. Anthony Jackson says, so angry the puppy's getting retired by Delta and Hawaiian. And if you're not familiar, the MD-95 is the 717. So yes. Ooh, Condor is right behind Alaska. Stop it. I don't have my soundboard with me because I didn't bring my soundboard just because I didn't want to haul all the equipment through security and lose it. So I'm a little cautious. So I'm packing a little light. Connor, I'm super excited. You know I'm going to take off the, when China Airlines comes, I'm going to take off the 3rd. And then I will definitely take off when Starlux comes to town, hopefully. Got a nice Max 9 there, Alaska Max 9. Virtual airport and plane spawning. Hello, greetings from Monterrey, Mexico. Hey, and by the way, happy Independence Day tomorrow, I want to say. Happy Independence Day to all of our friends south of the border in Mexico. Yes, we get Condor. All right. This is the part of the show where ERB disappears, but everybody else tunes in. So I'm very excited. There it is. Our heavy, our first heavy of the day. Burr, burr. That's my heavy horn. That's a good, I'll tell you what, that's a good poll question. Ooh, the sand gold Condor today. What's up, Hans from Norway? I know, I don't have my sounders. But Rainy Cajun will have him tomorrow if he shows up. He's bringing his soundboard. Oh, look how it glows now that the sun just came out. That's awesome. Dankeschön, darling, Dankeschön. Nice. An A330-900 for Condor. X2 friends, I think there's a good shot we will in Phoenix. For sure, for China and Starlux. I would think that makes sense. Random Exploring says, nice smooth landing. I agree. I like the blue. The blue is most definitely, absolutely my favorite HXD. I would say that the blue is number 1, the red is number 2 for me. The green is number 3, and this is my least favorite. Yeah, Connor, China Airlines is coming to Phoenix, man. Thank you, Hans. Yeah, I'm hoping it doesn't rain, Indie Spotter, because, yeah, I will definitely be doused. All right. I was hoping we would get Condor on this side, so check off that off my box. No, it's China Air. Okay, so China Airlines is coming to Phoenix December 3rd, I want to say, and then a month later, Starlux is. So basically, two of the Taiwanese airlines. Josh Aldridge. Josh, I saw your trademark hat and on the LAX official airport Instagram page, and they were walking through the crowd, and I saw the hat, and I'm like, that's Josh Aldridge. Josh! Josh was at Cranky Dork Fest. He's here in Indie Spotter. He was here earlier. Yeah, and I if I'd known I would was going to be delayed, then I probably would have come to LAX, but didn't. So long story short is I was supposed to fly yesterday around 4 o'clock from Tucson to Sacramento and Sacramento to Portland. Well, I don't know what happened. They didn't tell me the reason. Southwest didn't. Long story short is I was going to misconnect and would have been stuck in Sacramento. So they kicked me off the flight and then moved me to a early morning flight from Tucson to Denver and then Denver to Portland. Scott Leonard, what? Scott, the man, the myth, the legend. My goodness, Scott, great to see you. That's right, Telly, I could not miss Josh Aldridge. I was like, that's Josh. Yeah, so we are, it most definitely is a pretty city, Daniel. We are on the north side of the airport, which means we're along the Columbia River. Tomorrow we'll be on the south side, or we may be on the north side here, but most likely the south side. But I definitely wanted to show you all the view here from the north side. So we're right along the Columbia River. Random exploring. Yeah, I was wondering if the rain was going to be an issue. So when I got in here about 12:45 and the rain had stopped, thankfully, and it was starting to dry up. It was still moist, but yeah. I could have gone Indie Spotter. I could have gone through San Diego, but I wouldn't have gotten here until 5:30 tonight. So I was like, I'll just go through Denver. Michael Laschuk, what's up? Michael says, I went to Cranky Dork Fest. First time is I'm usually camping in Alaska. They gave out some awesome prizes, though I didn't win. Well, there's always next year. So I'm glad you had a great time, Michael. That's awesome. I'm just going to follow this semi, towing a semi along the Columbia River. I feel refreshed being in this weather. This is truly spectacular. No complaints here. 0. So if you're just joining us, welcome into Portland Planespotting Live. Oh, nice, Josh. You want a business subscription? I actually won something for the first time in 4 years. Dude, that is awesome. That is awesome. All right, Michael Walker, we'll see ya. We will see you later. Yeah, the special livery, hopefully it lands on this side from Iceland Air. Michael Walker, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you again for your contribution. Sleep well. Hopefully I'll be here for a good while. I'm hoping to go into the night. Not too late because I got to get to the hotel. I haven't even checked into the hotel. And got to get some rest and charge the batteries. Get enough time to charge the batteries. And we get a nice little breeze off the river. So it's very nice. Telly's been a member of Premium Economy for 10 months. Amazing. Thanks so much, Telly, for your support. Hey, Scott. How's it going? Great to see you. I am thrilled to be back on. Yeah, it's been a few weeks. My hope is, here's my hope. So I've planned all these trips in September and October so that when November rolls around, we can do Phoenix, Tucson, and kind of rotate through Phoenix, Tucson, and San Diego with the occasional trip. Michael Ashchuk, thank you so much for letting us know you went to the open house of the new Terminal 1 in San Diego. Lots of room, good restaurants, and big windows. Pretty impressive. Thank you for reporting, Michael. I am so excited to hear that you went. Speaking of that, I'm going to have to figure out how to fly in there and check it out for myself. So that's awesome. Hey, Andy Phillips. I am broadcasting coast to coast for you almost. Pittsburgh to Portland, the P's. Great to see you, Andy Phillips. Scott, this is great weather. I kind of feel like the weather you have there in the Northeast in the mid-60s. I'm like, man, it must be nice being like Scott. Is Alaska Airlines landing here? Oh, it's been the 80s for you, Scott? Man. Awesome. John Southwell says, Porter Airlines, based in Canada, was the North American launch customer of the E2 in February of 2023. We were talking about the fact that VENMO Airlines will be the first U.S. airline to fly the E2. It is Scott Fest in the chat today. Scott Leonard. That it is. It is. '60s overnight. They said mid-50s tonight. So that actually sounds delightful. A little chilly, but delightful. I'm still getting used to the greenness of everything. I haven't seen this much green since I checked out Matt Man's wallet. Hey! Oh, Random Exploring says, getting ready to fly south for the winter to Tucson. Yes, we are expecting the big influx. This will be my first fall in Tucson. So I do expect the roads to get busier and more crowded. That is a fact. Thank you everybody for liking and subscribing. I'm Pip. If you're new to the channel, welcome in. For your information, I am based in Tucson, Arizona, but we do like to get out on the road. This is, you know, a Pip-a-palooza, Pip-timber, whatever you want to call it. So we'll be on the road the next 4 weeks. On the weekends, next week we'll be in Denver. I fly out to Denver Sunday morning. In fact, I think I fly the same flight I flew this morning. And the week after that, Minneapolis, and the week after that, Salt Lake City. That's it for now. My sister's trying to convince me to go somewhere exotic for my birthday. I'm like, well, are you paying for it? And she said, no. And I said, well, that's a problem. However, I did get my passport. I am very excited to say I did get my passport renewal, so I am good to go abroad. Thank you, ERB, for the likes update. Wonderful, wonderful. Just thought, what's going on, man? I'm up here in your neighborhood. You have a Dreamliner 787-10 landing from London in 34 minutes. I will cross my fingers it lands here on the north side. We did have Condor land, by the way, just a thought, about 15 minutes ago. And I'm hoping Iceland will land on this side as well. So we get a Delta landing on E-175 from, is that Seattle that we're getting that, or LA? And we've got the 737 heading out. Again, we're on the north side of the airport. It's kind of a configuration like Phoenix, right? We have a runway on the north side and a runway on the south side, or Salt Lake City, and a parking garage in the middle. So we can really monitor one side or the other. Delta connection in from Seattle. Thank you, Ben. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, so we do have a private jet coming in, a Challenger 300 from Seattle Boeing Field. And yes, Delta 1661 headed back to Minneapolis. TCK says, thank you, Pip, for the awesome stream. I must go with family out to eat. See you tomorrow. You are welcome, TCK. Thank you. Thank you, Tim. I think that the 175 from Delta, it is exclusive, I think, to Seattle. Every other Delta hub will fly like mainline. Scott Shaver says, last time I was in Portland was 1998. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Last time I was in Portland was September of 2023. But this is my first time ever flying into Portland. The other times I've driven from Salt Lake City when I lived there. All right, Dan, we'll see ya. We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, hopefully we'll see those F-15s rolling. Thank you for tuning in, Dan. We'll catch you again. Sleep well. And thanks to our friends on the other side of the pond for staying up late with us. Oh, LAX does too? Very cool. Thank you, Tim. Scott was in Portland in 1982. 1982, I was 1 year old, Scott. Yes, on the HXD, there's the National Guard. National Guard has F-15s and apparently also some F-16s, but they are stationed on the south side. Oh, seriously? Random exploring? Cool, man. Yeah, we'll be in Salt Lake City. We'll miss you by just a week, doggone it. We'll be in there on the 6th and the 7th. Okay, well, I will cross my fingers for that. Just a thought. Let's do it. I'd love to see him. It's United Airlines Airbus. Mix it up. As Delta 1661 was waiting to take off on 28 right. Oh, really? Very cool, Scott. Yep, it's true, Sandra. I've already given my 2 weeks notice. I'm never leaving. No, I wish I could stay. It's beautiful here. I love this side of the airport. It's A320 for United Airlines. Rampage Records, what up? Welcome in. Welcome into Pip's Planespotting Live. I am Pip. That was United A320 from San Francisco. This is a 737-900 headed to Minneapolis, which we'll be at in 2 weeks. I'm going to have to pack a coat for Minneapolis, I'm pretty sure. Denver's still looking like it's going to be in the upper 70s. But I'm going to pack a jacket for Minneapolis. You are welcome. All right, Sandra, get some rest. We will see you tomorrow. See how close we can get on these guys. The nice thing about being in Portland is the time from Tucson doesn't change. Anthony Jackson says, when you spawn at Denver, the cell phone lot next to 725, when they take off from the 25 side, all you see before they rotate is the top of their tails, which makes it look like shark fins. Pretty neat. I think I know what you're talking about. Yes. I'm interested to see where we will end up spotting, Anthony. So, Ramona Aviation, what's up? Hey, Viking One Aviation, great to see you, Rob. Oh, Rampage Records says, I live in Portland and absolutely love it here. Very cool. Nice. Well, I grew up in Chicago and then I moved to Tucson and I live in the desert as we check out Sun Country here. But I definitely miss the green. I definitely miss the green. Wait a minute. Is this one of their 900s? No, it's an 800. For a second, I thought it was one of their new 900s. Well, thanks, Rampage. It's great to be here. I was just excited to see the new terminal. And there's still a lot of construction going on. I thought it was done And then I got here and I was like, oh, I guess there's a lot more going on. Hey, what's up, Air King Flyer? Oh, Rampage, you grew up in Kalamazoo, the zoo, man. Nice. Yeah, it is absolutely true. Kevin Kelly, October 25th through the 29th or 28th, we are scheduled to be in Anchorage. I've already booked a flight, so unless something crazy happens. Hey, Lynn, thank you so much for your support. Sleep well, Lynn. We'll catch you on the next one. Night, night. Whoa, there's Haz. Pepsi sounds good right about now. A319. Ramona, you rock as well. And Ramona's been a member of Premium or Exit Row for 19 months. Unbelievable. The Delta guy, hello. Speaking of the Delta guy, there is the Delta. What is up, Air King Flyer? Dude, is this what Michigan feels like right now? Is it like in the 60s with a nice breeze? Cynthia says, I must have passed Portland in 1981. We drove an RV from Mount Shasta to Mount St. Helens. Very cool. Aviation LA, greetings. What's up, Luke? Yeah, this is a sweet view, Air King Flyer. So we are on the north side of the airport. It's a little slower as far as activity, but the view is definitely much better in my opinion. So I love this side. You're welcome, Random Exploring. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Air King Flyer says 72 and a slight breeze. That's some nice fall weather. Very nice. Well, thank you, Rampage Records. Want to thank all those who've contributed so far. Austin Swafford, Michael Walker, Tim Arnold, Richard Ziner. Yeah, it kind of is like that, Has. I can totally see that. Especially from the garage. Yep. That is true, Scott. Not like San Diego and my giant head. I know, Has. I keep counting. Oops, sorry. I keep counting the days till we get to October. I know. Looks like they found their car. As we check out this 737-900 from United. Private flight would be nice, Rampage Records. Randy S., how's Omaha? So what I figured out so far for you that don't know the Portland airport very well, typically, so United, this, by the way, this, oh my goodness, Random Ever Exploring gifting 5 memberships. Congratulations, Hans, ATL Spotter, Mark, Gordon Ritchie, and Sven. Thank you so much. Random Everything, appreciate you gifting memberships. 5 of those memberships. Thank you so much. Random Exploring, welcome to Premium Economy for just 99 cents. Thank you so much for your support. I bet you did, Scott. That's like mostly Bee-wee. It's like Bee-wee, 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 Bee-wee. Yeah, Air King Flyer, so my birthday's in October, and I mentioned this before, but my sister's like, you should go somewhere exotic. And I'm like, I don't know. If I do go somewhere, I saw there was a sale, and I mentioned this I think before, but you could fly from Tucson to Helsinki, Finland, for $435 in for 482 bucks in basic economy. There he is. There's OBX Jake. And I was really, really tempted to book it, but then I'm like, oh wait, I have to pay for hotel too. So I was like, well, thanks, OBX8. Well, thanks for sneaking in. I'm sure Kelly Field will be much busier tomorrow has. Well, thank you so much for that small token of gratitude. Very unselfish, and I'm very grateful for it. Very kind. And I hope you'll continue to join us on the journeys, random exploring and awakening. Funny enough, I've actually done live streams 2 years ago from Portland. Helsinki wasn't too bad. It was like $160 a night, but you know, if you do 5 nights times 160, that's $800 more. So, really? Dang, Rampage. Maybe I need to go to Tokyo. I like that. I've always wanted to go to Tokyo. I did just get my passport. So, in record time, by the way, I sent it out, I think September. I did an online renewal, by the way. Mine had expired, but so I did an online renewal. And I sent out the forms like Wednesday. I think it was either August 31st. No, it would have been like August 27th. And I got my passport back this week. So that would have been like the 12th. Pretty fast turnaround time. I guess glad they didn't find out any crimes about me. Colts beat the Broncos 29-28. Nice. Is that a Hawker? Special livery getting ready to go. It's probably Tennessee 1. Yeah, Rampage Records, absolutely. So last international trip was actually in 2022 to Italy, which is awesome. Highly recommend Italy. It was a blast. But ever since then, I've had it expired for a year, I'm like, I should get it renewed. It is good to have for business. There you go. Absolutely. Random everything. Random exploring and awakening. I will. I was so London. London was like 800 round trip from Tucson on American, which isn't bad. Helsinki was the one that blew me away. Like 480 bucks was like, what? And that was round trip. Alaska was doing a promo with their new Seoul destination. The problem was, because it was flown through Hawaiian, you couldn't pick your seat. So you get the good deal on Alaska, but then you couldn't pick the seat because it was on Hawaiian. And they haven't utilized the website yet. What's up, Brian Lloyd? How's it going? Lions beat the Bears. Yes, yes they did. Yeah, we definitely listen. I'm sure Ben Johnson is a good coach, but he had no head coaching experience. And so it's going to take him a little time. I would have, if it were me, so I've said this before and I'll say it again. I would have called Nick Saban, and I would have given Mike McCarthy another interview. But those are just my two thoughts. There's a ton of traffic right now, Rampage. Yo, what's up, Kevin? Yeah, I finally made it, Kevin. I was only delayed by 14 hours. So here's our current traffic situation. A lot of people waiting to pick up. Cardinals did beat the Panthers. Yep. Just a thought says, hey Pip, you ought to get dinner there at PDX at Loyal Legion Pub. Great food and street prices, great view of the tarmac. All right, I just may do that, just a thought. So I fly out Tuesday around 5. So I may just do that. Take that recommendation. Thank you, just a thought. Thank you for that. I may just do that. I wanted to walk it. I may walk around it more when I come back, Rampage. I definitely I saw the new terminal, which I think is gorgeous. You know, it's very peaceful, by the way. But I guess there's a lot more action they're still trying to do. So yeah, there's our current situation in traffic. Brian Lloyd, we're on the north side of Portland International Airport, right along the Columbia River, which is right there. And right across the river is the state of Washington. No, I would, as well, size-wise, land-wise, I actually think they're probably pretty similar. Tucson does have a lot of land, Air King Flyer. There are 2 runways in Tucson. There are 3 runways here in Portland, but predominantly 2 of them get used. Nice, Jane. I know, it took forever, but I am finally here, so thank you very much, Viking One Aviation. The tower, yes, the tower is actually right here. So those are the Port of Portland offices right there, and just a little further, that is actually the ATC tower. Just a thought. Got it. I will remember that, Michael. I will remember that. I'm very excited. So I've actually never flown on Alaska before. So my first Alaska trip is up to Anchorage, or maybe it's back from Anchorage. I think it's back from Anchorage back to Tucson. So I stop over in Seattle and then fly back to Tucson. So yeah, that is the Port of Portland office, and then just beyond that, you can see the ATC tower. Kind of. Aviation LA, it kind of has somewhat similar. Yeah, I can agree with that, especially as far as like the concourse layouts. Yeah, very similar. I would say, yeah, to Minneapolis. Good call there, Luke. Got about 2 hours more of sunlight. which means we're probably close to needing to change out the batteries. Random Exploring says also the famous Salties on the Columbia Buffet just to the northwest of the North Runway. Ooh, I like that. That sounds good. I like that a lot. All right. Just after local time is 5:19 p.m. Viking One Aviation says I made it to Vancouver last summer and wanted to go to Seattle and Portland, but ran out of time. O-Town boy, Portland, what? What takes you there? Oh, look at that, just a thought. Welcome to Premium Economy. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you, Air King Flyer. O-Town boy, yes, we have been announcing and talking about it for the last several weeks. This is Piptember, or Pipapalooza, and we're going to be on the road for the next 4 weeks. I think we voted on this too, so the Pip Pals and the viewers voted on this. So this week we're in Portland, next week we're in Denver, the week after that we will be in Minneapolis, and the week after that we'll be in Salt Lake City. This is kind of my way to avoid the heat of Tucson for a little bit longer till it cools down. So, thank you. 200 likes. All right. Love it. Thank you, ERB. Thanks, everybody, for liking and subscribing. If you're new to the channel, don't be shy. Say hi. Love meeting new people and make you feel welcome. We have a scheduled show for tomorrow. It will most likely be pushed back till noon. I'm hoping Rainy Cajun will be able to come down tomorrow. He will be co-hosting. If not, it'll just be me flying solo. And most likely, if I can get some shade somehow, we'll be on the south side. It's supposed to be sunny and nice tomorrow. The RN2 seen in the Oregon Air National Guard planes. I think they fly in the morning. Yes, not today, and I wouldn't expect them to, being that it's a Sunday, so government, right, on the weekends. But we are hopeful that they will, in fact, fly tomorrow. And I'm 50-50 about a Tuesday morning show, so we will see. I sure hope so. All right, Rampage Records, thanks so much. Rampage, great to meet you. Hopefully we'll see you again. Look forward to talking to you in the future. Appreciate you tuning in. Love being here. Glad we could bring you the action of your hometown airport. Nice homes across the river. I'll be honest. Oh, I had a thought there, but I see Tennessee 1 pushing back here. So what I was going to say is I would kind of like to work in Washington but live in Oregon, because Oregon doesn't have sales tax, and Washington, I believe, does not have state income tax, or maybe they got rid of that. But yeah, the RN2, I'm hopeful we get to see them. They used to have, didn't they used to have like F-18s here in Portland, the Air National Guard? Oh, just positivity. Roger that, Rampage. Thank you for the positivity. Roger that. But I swear that they used to have F-18s, if anybody can confirm that. Or maybe they were just visiting. So I see our friends British Airways about to cross the river over by Camas, and our next arrival will be Southwest 3368 from San Jose on a 737 700. By the way, this is the plane. So when my flight got delayed yesterday and I ended up having to fly through Denver this morning, this is the plane. I had two options. I could have flown through Denver, or I could have flown through San Diego and San Jose. This is the plane I would have landed on. Okay, Just Thought says Portland had the F4 Phantoms before the 15s. Got it. Thank you, Just a Thought. Appreciate that. Oh, you still have to, really? You still have to pay sales tax when buying online? Well, that blows. Dang it. Also, do they still have the, when you're filling up with gas, do they still have gas station attendants out there? I am on Instagram, Rampage Record. Just search 23, the numbers 23, the letter R, and then the word productions. I must confess that I'm pretty horrible at Instagram. Most likely, you'll see me posting on the YouTube channel page and mostly doing video. And the Facebook page. Yeah, I need to do a better job at Instagram. Ooh, Flying Hawaiian operated by Alaskan. Very cool. Yeah, self-service. Oh, they do have self-service now in Oregon. Okay. Thank you, Just the Thought. Rampage says we do still have gas station attendants pumping gas, but you are welcome to pump your own gas if you would like to. Okay. Random Exploring says you can pump your own gas now, but they also have full service still. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Shadow, my boy, says they still have gas attendants. Rainy Cajun says there's still no state income tax in Washington. They tax everything else, though. I know, Luke. So Rainy Cajun still planning on coming down tomorrow. I think I'm going to move the show back, give you a little more time to get down here. I'm thinking more like 12. So Tennessee won, and then we got this 737-700 from Southwest Airlines. So we're going to Sacramento, and then Tennessee one's going to Denver. ERB, your chat is it? Your chat's the return button on your chat is stuck, or maybe see ERB. See if you can log out and log back in. Sweet, Rainy Cajun, sounds great, man. Yeah, so I would work in Washington and then do all my shopping in Oregon. Sounds good, ERB. I hope they don't shift it to the south, too. I've seen British Airways fly a 777 in here, 787-8, so I would love to see a -10. Yeah, it's better now, ERB. Yeah, so I got to figure out a way. Got to figure out a way. Oh, no! The battery! I knew I should have changed it. My bad. That one's on me. That one's on me. I should have, when I brought it up, I should have changed it then, but I just, my bad. Nice, Rampage. Yeah. I'm telling you, these batteries have amazing ability to shut down at the worst times. That one's on me. I will take the bullet on that one. That's my bad. You know, and that's one of the planes. We've seen a lot of the special liveries for Southwest in Tucson, but for the entire time that I've lived in Tucson, I don't think we've ever had Tennessee 1 that I can recall. Now, granted, I've only been in Tucson for about 8 months, but I don't think I've ever caught that. All right, Delta guy, thank you for that. Oh, sweet, Rainy Cajun. I look forward to it, man. I look forward to it. I did warn you about the battery. I sure did. And we should be okay, but there's a slight possibility the data may, for some reason, T-Mobile doesn't give me just one giant data card. I have to do like 100 gigabyte SIM cards. So there's a slight possibility that the data will run out and I have to refresh and restart the stream, but hopefully we'll be okay for tonight. Excellent, just a thought. Excellent, excellent. Oh, yeah, there it is. I see it. This is very exciting. Last time I saw a 787-10 would have to be, I'm thinking, it wasn't at Phoenix. The last time I saw a 787-10 was actually, I think, when we were live streaming in LAX back in, no, yeah, that's true, because anytime I've been in San Diego, they flew the Dash 9. So yeah, last time I saw a 787-10 was back in early March in LAX. Nice firm landing right on the button. Nice. So far, we're 2 for 2 on the international carriers. Got Condor on this side, and now British Airways. Yeah, I don't, and Luke, I don't have my soundboard today. I did not bring the soundboard on the trip just in case. I didn't want to bring too much technology and then have something break, so I'm a little weird like that. I left it at home. 2458 heavy, Speedbird says, indeed. Yeah, the last time that we've broadcasted, and had a 787-10 was in LAX. Because when we were in San Diego for KLM, anytime we've been there for KLM, they had the -9. Never count the 10, sadly. Daniel, it's actually Condor that flies in here, not Lufty, not Lufthansa. Good question. Air King Flyer, I saw your comment about the car skimming across the water. It really is that way. So Marine Drive is right there along the river. Still got some sailboaters, some sailors. Ahoy, matey, out there. So yeah, Kevin, sorry, I did see your comment earlier. No, I did not have a good week fantasy football-wise, or my favorite team, the Bears. They did not win today either. So it was not a good way, football-wise. So at least Portland is cheering me up. Yeah, British Airways flies here, KLM flies here, Iceland Air flies here, Condor. Does it remind me, Portland peeps, does Volaris fly here? Volaris from Mexico? I don't remember. Idaho AvGeek. Hey Pip, I might have used one of your videos in the short term. By the way, it was the one at Boise. Idaho, I have Geek. I usually ask that people ask before, so thank you for admitting. But just in the future, if you do want to use a video, that's certainly okay, as long as you ask permission and just make sure you attribute the video to me. So, yeah. Yep, I am thrilled to be in Portland 2458 Heavy. It is exciting stuff. I've been waiting for this trip for weeks. You know, we've been talking about it for weeks, and it's finally here. So I am thrilled to be here. Absolutely. Tomorrow, yeah, we'll probably be 12:30-ish for the show, and hopefully not get too sunburned, because I know there's not going to be very much cloud cover. No worries. Thank you for admitting it, Idaho AvGeek. It's all good. Just ask me in the future, and no problem. I just always like to. Well, first off, I'm a former journalist, so attribution is big to me. But the other thing is, I like to keep records of who's using my videos and whatnot. So, no worries. The Ducks won yesterday, random exploring with football. Oh, yes, Air Canada. Thank you very much, Air Canada. That is correct. That is absolutely correct. Yes, we did catch the -8 taking off back to Canada, probably within the first half hour of the show. So that was pretty rad. That was pretty rad. Not too many airports are still getting the -8, so this is a nice little treat. 2458 Bend is probably a couple hours away, drive at least. I love Bend. I've actually been there once. I don't think I can afford to live there, but I liked it a lot. I know. I told you, Rampage Records. I told you I wasn't very good at Instagram. If you're just joining us, welcome into Pip's Planespotting Live. I believe this episode is now 336. 336. Ah, WestJet, that's right. Thank you, Luke. Incoming Delta. Ooh, I like it. I like. I know we're crossing, just a thought. I'm crossing my fingers I'm also crossing my eyes so that we can get Iceland air. I've never seen the Aurora Borealis in person. I've actually never seen a special Iceland livery. I've always missed one. Challenger 600 here. I did not catch that, but just blowing by here. Looks like a NetJet 600. Bombardier Challenger 600 or 605. I'm starting to learn my private jets. Being around the airport, I'm starting to learn my private jets better. Oh, nice. Rampage Records, yeah. The one time I went to Bend was for a job interview at a radio station for a news director position. So long story short is I've kind of been a journeyman. I graduated with a bachelor's degree in journalism, and so the first 5 years of my life, I was a radio news reporter and anchor on radio. And I actually, in 2023, interviewed for a job in Bend. They flew me out. And just didn't work out. But Bend is a pretty rad town. Nice, Rainy Cajun. 2458 Heavy says, I live in Bend, but I do wish we had a bigger airport. Well, that's very true, 2458. I know that Redmond has increased the number of flights, so that's good. I know that, is it Deschutes County or I can't remember. But anyways, Redmond has the airport, and you've added a lot of flights to cities in the last couple of years. Not much green in Bend. And it's more of like a high desert. But you're not too far away from the skiing resorts. I remember that much. Oh, they're expanding again. Very cool. Yeah, and when I went to Bend, they flew me out. So I flew from like Salt Lake City on a CRJ 200. SkyWest, yeah, CRJ 200, which was like Delta Connection. Yeah, so that was fun. Yes, Anthony, that is correct. That is correct. Oh, nice, Rampage Records. You've been all over Oregon. Very cool. Rainy Cajun. Kevin, Seattle's probably... I've driven to Seattle once, and it took me about 3 hours. I went like close to the speed limit because I didn't know how troopers in Washington enforce speeding. So I kind of was pretty conservative in how I flew. 7 new jet bridges. Wow. 2458 Heavy. That's awesome. That is awesome. Very, very cool. I do have a hotel. I'm staying at the Holiday Inn Express. No, wait. It's actually not the Holiday Inn, sorry. It is the... I think it's the regular Holiday Inn. That's what it is. Michael Lashchalk, I love it. The CRJ-200 is the worst plane ever made. I think the windows is down near my waist. Yeah. Yeah, you're correct. Just the Thought says, I drive a truck on the I-5 corridor. We actually need more state troopers out there. Thank you, Just the Thought. Iceland Air on approach. 2458 Heavy says, we currently have to go outside to board planes, which is hard during the winter. That is exactly right. Yes, I remember that. You do not have any jet bridges. So that's great. You're getting some. I remember that. Kevin Kelly says Terminal F for Dallas-Fort Worth is coming along nicely. That is great to hear, Kevin. We'll be out there in November, so I'll get to see with my own eyes firsthand how the expansion is doing. It's very exciting to check that out. The CRJ is basically a flying casket. Yeah. Oh, nice, Rampage Records. Nice. And the hotel has fresh baked chocolate chip cookies in the lobby. Oh, at the La Quinta, really? I thought that was more like a Doubletree thing. That's cool that La Quinta does it. I did not know that. Nice. Me too. Me too, Luke. And we got a, what do we call this? Do we call this a tug? I'm not familiar with the nomenclature. At the airport location. Okay. This is good to know, Rampage. Delta landing in 3 minutes. Random Exploring says, thank you for that alert. A barge, that's right, duh. Thank you. My brain was not working. I'm like, no, it's not a tug. No, it's not a ferry. It's a barge. That is the correct word. Thank you. Thank you, Telly. Thank you, Shadow. Dreamweaver is working tonight, Kevin Kelly. That's right, Rainy Cajun. So I do like Portland Airport coming here for a couple of reasons. I do like watching coming here for a couple of reasons. If you take the light rail to the Mount Hood stop, which is the first stop on the light rail and the TriMet light rail, you stop at a Target, and then there's a Wendy's and a Chipotle, just like a 5-mile walk. And then if you go to the next stop at the Cascades, you've got a whole shopping center, which is pretty nice. So if you do stay close by the hotel, you got some nice little perks. So it's not just the interesting people. Five-minute walk, yes. 5-minute walk. Oh. Did I say 5 miles? I meant 5 minutes. Roger. Oh, yeah, there is Delta. Let's check it out here. Random's on it. Rando. From Salt Lake City. He used to live in Salt Lake City. Huh. I meant 5 minutes. Yeah, not 5 miles. My bad. Oh, we'll have another Air Canada inbound. We will keep an eye out for that, Luke. Delta 3233. The cargo planes. So there's a FedEx on this side and a UPS on the south side, Kevin Kelly. So we'll see UPS planes tomorrow. Actually, I don't think we'll see many UPS planes tomorrow. It's a Monday. UPS doesn't really do a whole lot of flying on Monday. Wait, where is it? Oh, there's our United. Headed to SFO. Thank you, thank you. Oh, really? Couple thousand feet more? Ah, interesting. Well, this is the shorter of the two runways. So if they were to extend it, it would be, maybe it would be this one. But I don't know. Just Thought says Amazon, UPS, and FedEx are all South Cargo Ramp. Thank you. I did not know that, Rampage Records. Wow. Huh. I'll have to go check that out. Oh, you're talking about at RDM. Okay, yeah, that makes all the sense in the world. That would be awesome if you could extend the runway. Because it is only about 7,000 feet. You're exactly right. And that can be challenging for some aircraft. You're exactly right, 2458 Heavy. Cool, Kevin. So, yeah, that would make a lot of sense for the Redmond Airport. Extending the runway, yeah. That means you'll be able to get mainline aircraft in there more easily. That makes a lot of sense. Iceland Air landing soon, Idaho Ave. Geek says, excellent. Love hearing that. Lovely. Zach says Alaska 1122 taking off. And our United, we're here on the north side. Iceland Air going north side. Idaho Ave Geek says, can we go 3 for free? 3 for 3. 3 for 3? Oh yeah, it sure looks like it. Oh boy. This is a day I've been waiting for really years. So if we can make this happen, this will be huge. Cross your fingers, everybody. I think I see it. I think I see it. And if you're just tuning in, welcome into Pip's Planespotting Live. Thank you so much for tuning in on this busy Sunday, episode 336. We've begun our Piptember. First day in Portland. We'll be on the air again tomorrow. around 12:30-ish, and we'll most likely be on the south side if Rainy Cajun brings the big SUV. All right, just a thought. Thank you for that. I see it. I have located it. I have it on my sights. And we have a new fresh battery, by the way, so that's not a problem. Yeah, I'm excited. Well, I can cross this one off the list. This is huge. Welcome back, Jane. Perfect timing. I'm just going to sit here quietly now. If only I had my sounders today, Luke. We'll have them tomorrow. Rainy Cajun is bringing his sound system down. Look at this beauty. Right into the living room. Aurora Borealis. I'm so glad I caught that. I'm so glad I'm here. I hope you all enjoyed it like I did. I hope you enjoyed that. All right, I can cross that one off the list, the bucket list. Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much, Aviation LAA. I also want to get the Icelandic flag livery. Nice, Jane. Most of the cloud cover looking good there. Nice, ladies and gentlemen. We are 3 for 3 today. Condor, British Airways, and Iceland Air. Thank you, Random Exploring. I enjoyed it a lot. I have been looking for that for a long time. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Thank you, Luke. Aviation LAA says the Icelandic flag livery was retired. I did not know that. All right, sounds good. Thank you so much. Just thought. Thank you for joining Premium Economy. Thank you for your support. Great to be here. We will see you tomorrow. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. What else we got here today? Ooh, a FedEx. And 40 minutes out. I like that. I see that Aviation LAA, the Air Canada. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, Will. Oh, very cool. You had an A321? 2458 Heavy. You had an A321 from Dallas. It does, Anthony Jackson. It absolutely does. Iceland Air absolutely does fly to Denver. So I'm hopeful we'll get to catch that next week. Most likely where I will probably end up when we're in Denver next week will probably be on the parking garage. It'll just depend which side, whether it's going to be the east side or the west side of the parking garage. Ideally, I want to catch the A380 from Lufthansa before it disappears for the season. So it's going to depend on the winds, mostly. Yeah, KLM comes around 11:30, I want to say, 11-ish. Hey, what's up, Matt Man? Whoa, there he is. Look at that, Matt Man. Lynn, Matt Man. So, yeah, Lynn and I were wondering, like, where's Matt Man? And I told him he's probably just hanging with his son. But we're all like, where's Matt Man? Carolina Aviation's like, where's Matt Man? So good to know he's okay. And look forward to seeing you tomorrow, Matt Man. Oh, Valaris doesn't come till 8:30 tonight. Got it. Gotcha. All right, so if Rainy Cajun is still on the broadcast, Rainy Cajun, I would recommend parking the short-term parking garage, I believe. Or maybe it's the long-term. I'm pretty sure it's the short-term. 232 likes. Thanks so much, ERB. Thank you, everybody, for liking and subscribing today. Nice. That is pretty cool, 2458 Heavy. That is very, very cool. What up, they call me 413? They should be good for the... all the runways are in use, Jane. None of them are closed right now. So all of them are, in fact, open. The last NOTAM report I checked was yesterday. So I think all the runways are, in fact, open, all 6 of them. So good question, Jane. So it's going to be interesting how the winds are and how that shakes everything out. E175, going back to Seattle. Yeah, short term, I'm thinking it may not be the top level. It's like the 5th level. I will probably have to send you like a diagram. I'll send you like a Google diagram or Google map diagram. Rob, what's up, man? That's right, Rob. I remember that. So I'm hopeful we'll catch it. Most likely, I'm thinking with how the winds are forecast, we'll see Lufthansa take off on the west side. It would be hard to catch it landing unless the winds were favorable. We will see. We will see what happens. Yep, no, you're right, Jane. They were working, they were doing runway reconstruction, but that is done now. So they are back in action. Ooh, WestJet tomorrow. Nice. Very cool. Looks like our next arrivals will be United Airlines from Chicago O'Hare. We might get Alaska from Boise. We'll see, though. My gluten-free dinner was actually before Rainy Cajun, because I've been up since 3 a.m. So I'm actually getting close to bedtime here. It was actually Wendy's chili. I said, hey, you know what? There's a Wendy's. Chili sounds good. So I got some chili. So good thing we're broadcasting outside tomorrow. Oh, nice. Breeze. That's awesome. Thank you very much, Rigoberto Juarez. Update on that Chicago O'Hare flight. I did not know that about Breeze going to Redmond. I freaking love Ben Redmond, so that makes all the sense in the world. Yeah, good thing we're broadcasting outside. We should be good. If you're a plane spotter and you come up to the Pacific Northwest, you could do like Portland one day, then do Boeing Field and Payne Field one day, and then go up to Vancouver another day. A lot of good stuff here. Yeah, ERB staying up late tonight. Thank you again for all those who have contributed, including Random Exploring. Thank you to Just a Thought. Thank you to Ramona. Thank you to Telly. Thank you to Austin Swafford. Thank you to Michael Walker. Thank you to Tim Arnold. Thank you to Richard Zeinert. Thank you so much. Everybody who contributed to the channel that helps make trips like these possible. Really? They're going to start flying through from Phoenix to Tucson? I had not. Now, Jane, I had not heard that. And I'm usually like connected, so that's awesome. That's a big deal. Oh, very cool. They call me 413. Very nice. I think we'll be on the air for about another, I'm guessing, unless I get a second wind, we'll probably be on the air for another hour and then call it a night so we can get a good night of sleep and charge those batteries, is what I'm thinking. So give us plenty of time to get some rest, charge the batteries, and be back at it tomorrow for a nice big old show. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, in fact, 2458 Heavy. The fact that, Avella, the first carrier, the first to fly the E2s, I can totally see them flying into Redmond. Thank you for the updates, Rigoberto. For those of you who don't know, I actually do have a full-time job. Otherwise, I'd be doing this full-time because I love it. And it's fun educating and broadcasting. But I actually work in airport operations. And I won't say where specifically I work, but you can probably guess what I do or where I work. So they don't like me publicly talking about it, so I try not to. But I do have a full-time job working in the airport operations arena. Whoa, Rob, with a $10 New Zealand super chat. Thank you so much, Rob. Thank you for your kindness. He says, Pips, thanks for making it to Portland even a day late. Thank you. And also thank you to Storm Chaser Mark. I forgot to say thank you, Storm Chaser Mark, for his contribution. Thank you so much. Absolutely, Rob. I appreciate it. Yeah, I was up at 3 a.m. this morning. The flight was left at 6 on time. And then we connected into Denver. I'm hopeful we get the MD-11 on this side from FedEx. That would be just the icing on the cake. Pete pedals and plays. When is Spirit landing the best airline? I'm telling you, man, you certainly love Spirit. Or love to pick on them. It's not very obvious. Georgia plane spawner. Okay, good. Well, at least there's still some mystery. I love talking about it, but you know. This is in from Chicago. 737-900. Denver, I decided I think I'm going to do a rest day on Sunday. And then Monday we'll get at it. And I think we can do Tuesday morning as well and midday because my flight doesn't leave until later that evening in Denver. So maybe what I should do, it depends the weather. So, yeah, Spirit still flies here, I think, or maybe they pulled out. I'm just trying to keep track of what Spirit still does. And I'm just trying to keep track of that. I used to be a flight dispatcher for 2 airlines. So I've actually worked for Breeze Airways. And I worked for Envoy Air, which is one of the regional carriers of American. Michael Ashchuk says, Pip, San Diego is losing all of our Spirit flights. They are leaving San Diego. They are moving to the new Terminal 2 for 2 weeks and then leaving. Oh, man. Yeah, Spirit's just trying to stay alive, Michael. Spirit is just trying to stay alive. 2458 asking, what camera am I using today? Today I brought the Canon XA70 today. Just in case. I could have gone with like my backup actually, but this is a good solid camera. So after I pack up everything, I'm going to head back to the terminal and catch the hotel shuttle. Because I don't have a car. I'm trying to save money here. So I'm going to take the hotel shuttle, shower, maybe get a late dinner at the... they do have a restaurant at the hotel. So I may get a late dinner and then call it a night. And then wake up tomorrow? Oh, my voice just cracked. Wake up tomorrow and get ready for Rainy Cajun. Rainy Cajun Mania! No, I did not bring the shotgun attachment. I usually just tape it down. Because once you see it, Rainy Cajun, you'll understand why. It's broken and it's beaten and it barely works. Yeah, we won't be here for Valeris, Luke. I don't know. I don't think so. It wouldn't make sense, ERB. Maybe United it might make sense. Because they have, I think they have maintenance at Fort Lauderdale. Or maybe it's Tampa that they do. But, interesting. Absolutely. I would go with the same. So the Sony A7 Mark III or Mark II, yeah, is a great beginner camera. My first ever camera that I used was the Canon G50. That was about $1,000. It shoots 4K 30. It's got a 2/3 sensor, so it's okay. I've always used Canon, so it's tough for me to go otherwise. But I know Sony's got some great low light products. Oh my gosh, Rod Moyes has been a member of Premium Economy for 2 months. Thanks so much, Rod. Oh, nice. The FX30 tomorrow for moi. Rod, great question. If I don't go anywhere internationally in October, Rod, you could say October, the weekend of the 18th, 19th, and 20th. I would probably do. Which, by the way, the 19th is my birthday. But I would probably do that, Rod. If not, I have to get a medical procedure done fairly soon. If not, it'll probably be the first weekend in November. So Rod, here's how it's going to work is I planned out Piptember, right? So we're going to be on the road for the entire month and into October. And my goal was to be on the road long enough so I could get rid of the heat in Tucson and then start broadcasting back in like November. So once we get to November, we're going to probably start doing a lot more San Diego, a lot more Phoenix and Tucson, and just kind of rotating between the different airports. So we'll do Tucson, San Diego, and Phoenix, and just kind of rotate on different weekends is what I'm thinking. In between that, we might sneak out to San Diego. I'd like to, because I'd like to fly into the new terminal, but I gotta find something for the right price. EOS 8, that's a R8, that's a good, so I have an R8 would be a good one, 2458, because I have the R7, and I went from a Canon 77D to an R7, and the picture quality was a big upside. The only catch with the R7, I don't know about the R8, but the R7 does not do well in low light or at night. So that's the only catch. Rod, I definitely want to figure out how to fly back into San Diego if possible, because the new terminal opens in less than 2 weeks. That's pretty awesome, Michael, that you went to the open house. So that's my hope, Rod, is if not in October, 1000% November. In fact, I think I go to DFW November 8th through the 11th because it'll be nice to see my family. Rob says San Diego Pip Padres already won today. Nice. So most definitely, if not October, 1000% November, we'll be back in San Diego. We might even do like a Thanksgiving. I have to work Thanksgiving and Black Friday and that Saturday, so maybe the day after, so that's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Look at that. Hey, Norfolk International Airport, what's up? How's it going? Window seat? What? What's up, man? Welcome into Portland. We're in Portlandia. We are in Portlandia. You know I want to get back to San Diego. It's just finding the resources financially. I think my sister would like to go to San Diego, so maybe we can do a birthday trip in October. We'll see. Awesome, Norfolk. Lakesbro, good morning to you. Absolutely, window seat spotter. I will be, I know it's coming in less than a month, and I will be out there November 8th through the 11th to see them and hopefully everybody else. So yeah, that's big stuff, man. Oh, you've been to Portland, Maine, eh? Chocolate the Moose livery landing now. Random exploring. Thank you for that alert. Is this going to be, let's see, north? I do want to, by the way, my brother did move to Portland, Maine, so window seat spotter, I'll definitely have to get out there. Oh, our Frontier's going south. This Southwest Airlines you see coming into the picture is going to San Jose. Oh, I know Aviation LA. Hey everybody, if you haven't had a chance, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Sure appreciate it, and it's free. Helps the channel. We'll be on the air tomorrow between 12 and 12:30. Tomorrow with our friend Rainy Cajun, which will be a blast. Kaboom. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, window seat spotter. I am very much looking forward to it. $247 likes. Thank you so much, ERB. We do have the Flying Roo up in Dallas, Lakesboro. Yeah, the A380 started flying. It is will start flying, I believe, daily in January. Right now, it splits the week between that and the 787. Party at PDX. Yeah, it will be a party at PDX. Hopefully, Rainy Cajun will put up with me because I can be a handful. I can be a mess. Getting some pretty good wind here as the sun starts to set. I taped everything down, so I was smart. SAMRT. That's right. I actually wish there was a hotel right on campus here, right on airport property, so I could just walk to the hotel. Four times weekly. Okay, thank you, Window Seat Spotter. Talking about the A380 for Qantas. Spicy brownies. Yeah, so the XA, that I wanted to do the Sony A7 Mark III 24-58 heavy. It was just a little too pricey. So the XA70 was a good kind of middle of the road at night. It does a lot better than, I think it does better than the R7 that I have. So this is my go-to camera for night shooting. Hey, Austin, thanks so much for your kindness and generosity. Welcome back, sir. Thank you so much. So yeah, I like it. Obviously, if I had my choice, I get like the A7 Mark III, but the problem is the body alone is, I don't know, like what, $3,000, and then you have to get a lens for it too. So this camcorder, this is a camcorder, right? So I don't have to get a lens. Oh, 100% window seat spotter, China Airlines. Like EVA Air, you know, Dallas, because for Phoenix, this is their first trans-Pacific service. 100% Phoenix is more exciting. Like, I already know I'm taking off that day from work. China Airlines, which is if I remember correctly, it's Wednesday or Thursday. But if it's a Wednesday, that'll be perfect, because then I can my usual days off work are Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, so I can just have a 4-day weekend and just basically chill and hang up in Phoenix. So yeah, this is yeah, to my knowledge, Phoenix's first trans-Pacific service when China Airlines comes to town in Phoenix. So that's huge. Yeah, exactly, Rainy Cajun. Yep. What? Austin? Man. Yeah, okay, so it's like $2,000. Okay, well, there you go. Maybe that's what it is. The body was $2,000, and then the lens was, I don't know, like $1,500 or another $2,000. Austin! It did leave. Austin, unfortunately, it did leave, and my camera my camera battery shut off right as it was taking off. Thank you so much for that $4.99 super chat. Jacob Pratt says PDX has the Sheraton Hotel at the end of the north. Oh, that's right, the Sheraton. Yep, that's right. That's a good point. That is probably the closest. Yeah, you're right. This is an old school United paint job. Madman's favorite. Where are we bringing this one in from? Is this a Chicago? Is this a Denver? Is this a Houston? This seems like a Houston one to bring in. Ooh, as far as tripods, I don't. And 2458, the reason I say that is because I have a Manfrotto tripod. It was like $200. And it's okay, but as you can see, it's not the best. So to get a really good tripod, you're talking, well, it depends, because some you can find really for cheap on Amazon. So I can't say. Cameras, I can definitely say, but tripod, I just picked something that was okay and didn't break the bank. Austin, dude, another $4.99 super chat. Austin, man, did you win the lottery or something? Man, so grateful for you. So grateful. Thank you so much, Austin, for your support. I think Austin won his fantasy football. 1,000%. Thank you, Austin. Yeah, I'm not good with tripods. I appreciate that, man. That means a lot, Austin. That's really kind of you. Every little bit from everybody helps collectively, makes a big difference. So yeah, Austin, I really appreciate your generosity, of course. Thanks, man. Well, thank you, Austin. I will definitely keep up the good work. We got a lot of good work coming. Another show tomorrow, then maybe a show on Tuesday, and then we'll be going to Denver this weekend, next weekend. So we got a lot. We got a lot coming. A lot of good work. Rob says, Pip, I tried to get a Manfrotto tripod, but they were too expensive, so I got a $200 one, which works well. Yep. That's kind of like what I have, Rob, is the basic Manfrotto. So the boys at B&H recommended a I can't forget the name of it, but it's like Bento. Does that sound familiar to anybody? For like a really good one, and they range anywhere from like $500 to $900. Got one coming inbound. It's like a Deltius. Oh, you're the best, Austin. You rock, dude. Yeah, Benro? Is it Benro? That sounds like a telly. That makes, yeah. Check it out. Oh, is this Airbus action? Delta A319, maybe? I've always said if I started an airline, I would definitely go with the A319. Benro, okay. Yep. Nice sun reflection off the Columbia River there. Ah, beautiful. Beautimous. Let's see where our FedEx is. Now, our FedEx is coming from kind of the southeast, which, based on ATC routing, I'm suspicious that they will potentially send them both to the south side. So we'll watch, because I see FedEx is on descent over Gresham, and then UPS is behind it. Now, UPS most likely south side, since their cargo facility is south side. So I'm 50-50 on FedEx. I'm crossing my fingers on it. So cross your fingers, folks. Thank you, everybody, for liking and subscribing, being part of the action. Thanks to the man upstairs for getting me into Portland. Well, you think so, 2458, but there's an outside shot. I know it does look like it on flight radar, but maybe we'll get lucky. Hey, Mike Cruz, what's up? Mike Cruz says, I have the Bogan 3036 Now Manfrotto 4758 tripod, and it's massive. Used there around $250. Thank you, Mike. Hey, Michael V. Andre, thank you for that $2 super chat. So great to see you, Michael. Bring on Denver. Oh, we will be bringing it. I was since I had a layover through Denver, I was, checking things out, checking out the outdoor viewing areas. If you don't know, Denver actually has outdoor plazas and outdoor terrace areas that you can sit outside and watch the action at each of their concourses. They have one at the C concourse, which was actually right next to my gate, so that was very convenient. They also have them at the A and B concourse. But the catch with the C concourse is it's on the east end, whereas I believe the outdoor terraces for Denver, for the A and B concourses, are on the west end. Thanks so much, Michael. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe. We'll see. There you go, 2458. Got some good recommendations from an excellent photographer in Dallas. Air Canada's almost here too. Ah, beautiful. Très bien. I was joking with Matt, man, that we should have, because for those who, Canada and the US, they're both kind of doing their thing with tariffs and whatnot. And I was thinking we could do like a only USA broadcast and then do a Canada only broadcast where we broadcast in French and English, and we use the metric system for everything. So the runway measurements say, okay, this runway is 3,300 meters long, and then we announce the temperature, even though we do anyways with the METAR in Celsius. Instead of empirical measurements, we would do it in the metric system. You'll bring your fancy pants Manfrotto tomorrow, huh? I'll bring my fancy pants. Yeah, unfortunately FedEx is landing on the south side. I was hopeful, but it is not to be. Blast. No worries, OBX Jake. It is okay. Yeah, this is a good sailing day, eh? They're still out there. I know the tri-engines, the tri-jets went both south side. That is just rude. That is just rude. We're going to have to call up ATC. I have to confess, I do have a lot of tower numbers, but I don't want to get in trouble. So I've always wanted to do that and call the tower and be like, can you get them to land on this side, please? But I don't know if that's overreaching the authority. So, wow, Austin, another $4.99 super chat. Wow. Thank you so much, Austin. Appreciate it, man. Jade, wait, what? I didn't know I-19 was in the metric system. Get the heck out of here. I did not know that, Jane. I've never been on I-19, actually. Well, that's not true. I've never been on I-19 south of Valencia. Let me put it that way. So I guess I need to do that, Jane. And now that I have my passport, I can go into Mexico. Maybe they are selling. Maybe they sell Mexican Coke in bulk. So Air Canada, though, Dash 8, we may not have gotten the MD-11s, but we are getting the Dash 8. I have, you know, Rainy Cajun, last time I heard on radio pilot deviation, it was actually a Black Hawk helicopter from the Army. So, which I got a little chuckle out of. I got a little chuckle out of it because, well, sometimes I feel like, and I love the military, but sometimes they tend to overstep their boundaries. And so I laughed a little bit on that one. Brazil, bem-vindo a Brasil. Rob says, I got a Benro Tripod 2, perfect for sitting a tablet and hanging stuff off the legs. Well, that is good to know. So here's our Dash 8. Thank you everybody for liking and subscribing. Thank you for all the support. Storm Chaser Mark, Rob from New Zealand, Austin, Michael V. Andre, Richard Zeinert, Michael Walker, Mattman, Ramona Aviation, Telly, Random Exploring, Awakening, the Dash 8. Jen, what's up? Oh, and Jane, thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat. Jane, thank you so much. Jen says she's waving hi real quick. She's got the stream running in the background while I do stuff. Portland looks pretty. It absolutely is. Jen, it absolutely is. And there's a rare bird we haven't had. I'm going to be honest, the last time I've had a Dash 8 on a broadcast was probably when we were in Portland here, which was 2 years ago. Thanks so much, Jane. And Jane, thank you. I did not know I-19 is in a metric. Now I most definitely have to drive it. And then I can go through Sahuarita and Green Valley and all the way to Nogales. Yeah, this last time we had an aircraft like this, yeah, was actually our last broadcast in Portland. Because I can't think of anywhere else we've been where we've had a Dash 8. 263 likes, thank you so much. Did we? Hey, Robert, how are you? Great to see you, Robert. Welcome to Portland. An MSP we did, Luke? I will have to look back at the tape. I'll have to look back at the tape, Luke. There you go, Jane. I got all of southern Arizona and Mexico. Thank you so much, Storm Chaser Mark. Thank you for your contribution. We will see you next time. Yo, Chuck, what's up, man? Once I actually got on the flights, they were good. Thankfully, they were on time. And yeah, Chuck. I mean, I was delayed 14 hours, but other than that, once I actually got on the plane, it worked out well. Oh, so Luke, Aviation LA, are we going to see it? So when we come to Minneapolis in 2 weeks, are we going to see the Dash 8 from WestJet? We had a little bit of light turbulence en route, and Portland had some light rain this morning, but by the time we got here, I landed about 12:45 or so. The rain was wrapping up and drying out, so we had a little bit of light turbulence on both flights, and you will tend to have that when you're coming into Denver, just because of how air flows over the mountains. Anthony Jackson says, when we lived in Wichita Falls, I flew American Eagle on a couple of Saab 340s and a couple of ATRs. Yeah, nice, Anthony. Shout out to Shepherd Field. I'm glad to hear that 2458 Heavy. Yeah, I'm very happy with the camera for sure. Hey, what's up, Andy? You did. You sure did. Boy, even though the stream, we're not doing a super long stream tonight, we'll do one tomorrow. Boy, I can't tell you how thrilled I am. We were able to catch Condor, British Airways, and the Iceland Air Aurora Borealis livery. Those are just like 3 great things. Obrigado. Maybe, Rainy Cajun, maybe. Ride with Ben, was that the Q400, was that with Porter? Oh, you know what? That's right. You brought that up, and now I'm thinking Portland wasn't the last Q400 we've caught at the live stream. Because before we got kicked out of the Midway parking garage, I do believe we did catch the Porter on one of our live streams. I have to go back to it. Yeah, Michael, it's actually next week. So I fly in Sunday morning. I think Sunday is going to be a rest day for me. And then Monday, we're probably going to start around 12-ish. And then we will probably do a morning midday stream on Tuesday. But Sunday, I fly in around 8 o'clock. So it's really, no, 9 o'clock. It's fairly early. Oh, Robert Brunn, you lived in Oregon in the 2000s? I didn't know that. Robert Houston says, anybody here make it to LAX for Cranky Dork Fest? Yeah, Michael, where's Josh? Where's Michael? We had a few. Okay, Ben, right on, man. The Condor sock with Rob was actually the gold today. Yeah, so Sunday I get in. I'll tell you. You know what? I'll tell you right now. I will look at it right now, Michael. Yeah, I think Sunday's most likely going to be a rest day. And then we might do a night stream. Maybe. But, all right, let's see here. Michael, my schedule. I fly into Denver. Okay, yeah. I leave it's the exact same flight I took this morning. I leave Tucson at 6:10 and I arrive at 9 o'clock in Denver on Sunday. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping, NWA Chuck, when I booked the flight and then I booked the flight and then I think it was probably a week and a half later that the airport put out the press release that 12 Right was being closed until late September. I'm like, oh crap. And they said it's like the 26th or 27th that it should be back open. So it will be very tight. There's no margin for error. Ride with Ben brings up something interesting. Before Delta got their 777s, they flew an MD-11 Atlanta, Portland to Narita. You are welcome. Thank you for asking, Michael, and for the support. Maybe we'll do a night stream that Sunday night. I know during the day, I usually on Sundays try to get to church first. And I did not get to because I was traveling. So definitely want to try and make it next week. So if we do a stream on Sunday, it'll definitely be in the evening. The signal, the T-Mobile signal in Denver is like 50-50. If you can do a live stream from the terrace, the internet is fantastic. But when you're out in the garages, it's like 50-50. You know, that's interesting, Ben and NWA Chuck, because I mentioned earlier Delta had plans to fly to Seoul before the pandemic. And even after the pandemic was, after things got back to normal, they were going to fly to Seoul, but then it just kind of fell apart. Robert Brunn says the Air National Guard Squadron has a squadron of F-15s at PDX. They are part of NORAD. Oh man, Austin, again? Thank you so much, dude. Pip, have a nice week, buddy. Talk to you guys later. Thanks, Austin. You've been amazing with your support. Thank you so much. No, they don't stream on YouTube, actually, Jane. Sometimes they do, for special events. Austin, man, you rock, dude. Yep, that's right, Rob. There you go. Honestly, though, I could probably use a nap next week. My body clock is feeling like it's 10 o'clock because I usually get up around 5 or 6. And today I got up at 3 for the flight, so. I'm doing all right, though. But yeah. Yeah, and Robert, hopefully we can catch some of the F-15s. Ah, thank you so much. Austin, appreciate it. We're hopeful that the F-15s will be out tomorrow, or at least be coming back tomorrow when we do tomorrow. Because we'll be on the south side tomorrow, Robert. We're on the north side tonight. But tomorrow we'll be probably most likely on the south side with those F-15s. So hopefully we'll get lucky. That is correct, Jane. We are on Pacific time, which is nice. So yeah, my body clock isn't too wacky. So that is nice. Yes, 100%. Perfect. That's what we like to hear, Robert. Just like the F-16s every day in Tucson. Huh? What? Yeah, there's been a lot of good stuff tonight here on the north side. It's been a little busier than I thought it would be. And can't go wrong with the view. Roger that, Luke. Well, I definitely want to see that for sure. They're still sailing out there on the Columbia River, folks. It's a nice wind for sailing. See if we can zoom in a little bit closer now. There we go. That is the zoom action right there. We got a Learjet, and then we have a Delta 737-900 landing from Atlanta, Delta 503. Boy, I tell you what, I can't wait, Jane, for Tucson to get busy again. I miss our A220 from Seattle. I miss our A321s from American and Delta. I miss those big planes from during the peak season. So while everybody in Tucson, it's reversed. The busiest time of year for flight traffic is from like October to May or April, because it's so hot during the summertime. Nobody wants to visit Tucson. But during the winter, when the weather's nice, everybody comes visits Tucson. So we'll get the 321s from American. We'll get the 220s from Seattle, and I think we get the A321s from Minneapolis. Yeah. So the zoom on the catch with the zoom 2458 Heavy is because it has a larger sensor, the zoom isn't as far. So you may want to get like a DSLR if you're doing San Francisco. In fact, maybe I'll take a trip to San Francisco and show you. There's a seafood spot that I love to go to in San Francisco, so maybe that. This is Learjet landing. I think our United departure and our Delta arrival are going to be our last two planes for tonight. And then I'm going to pack up, go to bed, and be back here tomorrow. Oh yeah, San Francisco's great. San Francisco's great, but yeah, you would definitely need a nice good lens for them, because you're talking about the distance-wise, a good mile. Yeah, I know, Scott Kuiper, I'm a party pooper. What can I say? The widest it goes. Normal width, I think. So this is the widest it goes, so pretty good. See, there's my whole hand. Yeah. I'm tired. I'm a little hungry. I might eat for the 4th time today, which is not good, but I'm really had a full day. So, well, thank you, Jane. Thank you for your contribution and generosity. ERB, no. They did not have a monster. This is a coast to coaster from Atlanta. Austin, dude! Wow, man, thank you so much. Thank you, Austin, for your generosity. Yeah, 300 millimeter is pretty, yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, nice, Rob. Only 1 hour sleep? Dang, man. Yeah, that is much. Fourth meal at Taco Bell. That is actually, yeah, and I think there's a Taco Bell not too far from the hotel. I might actually do that. Get the hotel shuttle to stop. Hey, can you just stop at Taco Bell? All right, Austin, we'll see you later. Ah, lovely, lovely. Is this Delta taking off? Okay, we'll stay for this one. Let's get you one takeoff. Let's get you a takeoff before we get out of here. I'm grateful to the Gorilla Tape that has kept everything taped down. So. See ya, Austin. I definitely feel like I'm on the ocean. Cake by the ocean. So thank you everybody for tuning in. It's been a blast being here. I forgot what this weather feels like. Oh, do we have a runway inspection in progress? Where's Christian? Yeah, it looks like we got some runway inspection in progress. Jeff says, departing on 28 left. Yeah, I know, Jeff, sadly, but we did catch it arriving, which is huge. So the next 2 days, Jeff, we're going to be on the south side, I think. So I don't know if Condor comes in tomorrow or not. I know KLM does. What time? The show, Robert says 11 or 11:30. I'm going to move that back to 12, probably 12. Yep, airport ops doing the hard work. Booyakacha, what's up, man? I am live. We'll be on live tomorrow. So yeah, right around like 12:30-ish. And we'll be, have a special guest named Rainy Cajun, hopefully. He can travel down here safely. Yeah, Scott, you got to watch out for those winds. Carter, dude, what's going on? I know, long time no see. No Condor tomorrow. Okay, that's what I thought. Thank you, Luke. Bummer. Well, I'm glad we caught it tonight. So that was huge. Well, I'm glad you were able to make it tonight, 2458. Hey, Chuck, thanks, man. We'll see you tomorrow. I appreciate you. The Chuckster. Oh, yeah. Ah, interesting. You know, Scott, it may be because the congested airspace is so crowded in Baltimore that it's like a domino reaction. If Philadelphia changes, then Baltimore changes. Or if like DCA changes because the wind's there along the Potomac, then everybody else changes. Condor's back on Tuesday. Yeah, well, I'm definitely glad we were able to catch it today. So, bully for us. KLM will be in tomorrow. We should be able to get the departure, which is really what I want. But tomorrow we'll see a whole bunch of, hopefully see some F-15 action. We'll cross our fingers. And a ton of Alaska, American. who knows? You know, oh, and the other thing I will tell you that Boeing will fly, a lot of times Boeing will fly their test planes down to Portland for like touch and goes or refuelings or things like that. So maybe we might get lucky. But Portland will have periodically Boeing planes flying down from Seattle. So cross your fingers, maybe we'll get lucky. You didn't put Robert unless it was 70 or stronger. I know, I hope so too, Tim. We'll cross our fingers. All right, Delta. Yeah, we got a pretty stiff wind, eh? Sound like a Canadian. Well, we might be able to, Aviation LA, I might be here at the airport watching it leave. All right, take care, 2458. Have a great week at school. Yeah, we're waiting for our last departure of the evening, this Delta flight. But I was looking to see if we've got any inbound aircraft. Doesn't look like it. Oh, here it goes. Hey, so before I forget, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you to Michael V. Andre, Jane, Austin Swafford, Michael Walker, Storm Chaser Mark. Thank you, Michael. Tim Arnold, thank you so much. I will bring back the cool weather. Thank you also to Richard Ziner. Thank you to 413. Thank you to, who am I forgetting? Mattman, Ramona Aviation, Aviation LAA, Telly, Random Exploring and Awakening, thank you. Thank you everybody for your contributions and your generosity. Look forward to bringing you a lot of action tomorrow. We'll have a lot of fun. We will, as we'll call it 12 o'clock tomorrow. We'll be here hopefully on the south side. Thank you guys, thank you all. And it's been an awesome time tonight. I'm going to cut up some video and when I get back to the hotel. So we will see you all tomorrow for episode 337. As Delta says, good night. So we will see you for episode 337 tomorrow. Pray, everybody, that Rainy Cajun travels safely tomorrow so we can have fun. Basically, it's just an excuse for Rainy Cajun to take over the show, and I can just eat food. So, hey, that's worth it. And thank you, Rob, from Down Under. Thank you, Rob. Rob from New Zealand. Thank you, guys. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Everybody have a fantastic evening. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Good night. See ya. Bye.